a Tiny Gamer, and let's play some more Final Fantasy XIV with Sonic Ghost. Let's see, summer, right? So it is the Moonfire Faire Festival, and we're gonna get to it. Unfortunately, I have to add my gear sets all over again because there was a expansion and it messed up like my gear sets. It messed up my action bars and that sort of stuff. Right. Turn the Limsa. Okay. Oh, cute, they're reading. Oh my god, that's adorable. It's like big sister, little sister almost. That's so cute. Right. Also, unfortunately this guild is not, or this free company is not doing too good. I'm like the only one on, and when I went to go check, there was like people leaving. I might leave myself, I'm not quite sure. Yeah, I think I might leave. Actually, no. You know what? I'm gonna stay until like the guild disbands and I get removed or whatever. Just because it's nice to be part of a free company and not have like constant people be like, hey, you want to join my free company? I just want to be able to level and game and bide, and that's it. Red, or Fire Red Beast Green. Moiru is scouring the After Castle for any sun-beaten souls who might not have heard about this year's Moonfire Faire. This quest is available for a limited time only. Do my eyes deceive me, or do I spy a familiar face who looks like she could do with some proper summer recreation? That's right, the sun's rays are out in full force, and so is our beloved Moonfire Faire. These days, the event doubles as free promotion for the Adventurers Guild, you know. The brave and the bold show off their heroics, and afterwards, the fair guests flock to the guild in droves to hire them. But the real star of the show is the acclaimed Eorzean Nimble Warrior course, bringing in hundreds upon hundreds of new challengers. At any rate, we could really use more help out there. So if perchance I piqued your interest, I suggest you ship out to Costa del Sol and speak to our chief chap. Wow, it's all of a sudden I can't say it. Chief Chaperone Haramada. All of a sudden that became a tongue twister for me. I was like, ah. Okay. Fisherman. Okay. Costa del Sol. The ferry is bound for Costa del Sol. Are you riding with us? Yes. Sorry if my model is just moving all over the place. I'm dealing with a hot flash right now while trying to game. I'm sorry. This is my life now. Sometimes I can game and ignore it for the most part, but like when I'm like streaming or recording, it's a bit harder to tune it out because it just is. It's hard to explain. I just know it is not fun. Doink! She is part of Doink. Silent. Now there's a sight for sore eyes. Did Maharu Moiru send you out here to lend a hand? This year, the event's shaping up to be a thrill for visitors and staff alike. Allow me to give you a brief outline of what we have planned. In case the screaming and splashing hadn't given it away, we brought back the Eorzean Nimble Warrior course with all its explosive challenges intact. And if the summer sun gets to be too much, grant yourself a refreshing reprieve by enjoying an icy treat or playing with the polar bears. Even better, this year we've added a little Far Eastern flair with these hand fans. They're called Uchiwa, and they drive away evil spirits, or so I'm told. To ensure their authenticity, we hired an expert in the art of the festival to craft us 100 crates of them. And what color could be more fitting for Moonfire than bright blazing red? Seeing as the origin of the event can be traced back to the bombard hunts of years past, I say Uchiwa are a perfect fit for the spirit of the occasion. And judging from the sizable crowds, I'm far from the only one. The downside, of course, is that we presently find ourselves quite ill-equipped to manage a turnabout or turnout of this magnitude. Personally, I'd like to bolster our security cadre if I can. As it stands, none of us would be able to leave our posts in the event of a serious emergency. So given the fortuitous timing of your arrival, could I ask you to... Monster! Ah! Did she say monster? Damn it all. The people are starting to panic. Please, you've got to help us. I'll stay here and try to keep the crowd calm. You head north and find that woman. Oh, pretty! Oh, I love that chocobo. The monster was just here, I swear it. It was leering at me from behind that rock, making these off-kilter little motions, and then it ran off to the east. I thought for certain it would come over here and... Oh, I feel faint. I need to go lay down. Damn, I didn't stand a chance against that thing. You should have seen it. I was minding my own business out here, practicing my steps, and suddenly that thing showed up out of nowhere to challenge me to a dance-off. Then, after it utterly trounced me, it raced off again. With that, I could tell you where or even which direction. Although, come to think of it, I believe I saw something fall from its body. Well, it doesn't much matter to me anymore. I can hear Summer's call, and it must be heeded. To the ocean with me. Whatever fell off that thing, you'll find it lying over there. If you think it'll help your search. Okay. Ah, there she is. Glad as ever to see you again, Silent. Herr Maga told us you might be in need of urgent assistance, so here we are. We heard reports of a green monster running amok. Have you learned aught in the way of a clue? It dropped something, did it? Looks to be a needle by my reckoning. Oh my god. What if I say it's obvious we're dealing with an inebriated weaver? Oh my god. Surely that woman would not have mistaken a drunkard for a monster. Given that it's green in color and possessed of needles, that would suggest some type of cactar. Cactars in Lanasia of all places. Surely they would struggle to survive so far removed from their native habitat of Thanaland. I'm so sorry about this. As an explosion happened. Oh my god. Madam Mimija, if I'm not mistaken. Was it not Master Gigaruju himself who invited you out to Costa del Sol? Yes, I traveled all the way from Olda at the summons of my friend Gigaruju. Naturally, I couldn't bear the thought of my dear pets missing out on the fun and festivities, so I brought them along with me. Not for a moment did I ever think they would act out like this. You have my deepest apologies. They were perfect angels when we stopped in to see Gigaruju. He even gave them treats. But the moment I stepped away for a drink, they went mad, and poor Gigaruju couldn't rein them in. By the time I got back, they were gone. I swear to you, this has never happened before. Well, that would certainly explain how a cactar ended up in Lanasia. Regardless, if your pets pose a danger to the fairgoers, we may have to subdue them by force. No, please. I've raised them since they were pups. They never hurt a fly. I don't fancy the prospect myself, but what other option is there? Given that the Moonfire Faire would have no venue were it not for Master Gigaruju, I'd obviously prefer if we didn't upset a friend of his. Yes, termination should be a last resort. Let us first attempt to capture them. A sensible plan. Should things turn violent, it would only frighten the attendees. This calls for a more subtle approach. Just the three of us, perhaps? Indeed. I would see this situation sorted swiftly that we might return to the fair. If we work quickly, we may manage to find it before it escapes the bounds of Costa del Sol. Thus, I propose we split up. Silent, my friend, will you search the west side of the island? Okay. Taking a drink. I know it's not the best. It's a twisted tea, but better than nothing. I'm like, Did you find something? It appears she did, but how are we going to capture it? I've never seen a cactuar look so dangerous. Is it just me, or is it radiating an aura of pure malice? I've never seen the poor thing like this either. Come to think of it, Kigaruju told me it seemed to him as though they were possessed. In that case, perhaps the aura is an evil spirit. If only we could purify it somehow. That thing needs an exorcism. Of course. In the Far East, they use Uchiwa to ward off evil spirits, right? Maybe our festival fans would work. In that case, allow me to do the honors. Evil spirit be gone. Uchiwa Shoi. I'm so sorry. Yes! Well, that was easy. Shall we head back for drinks? Terribly sorry to interject, but I think there's been a misunderstanding. That's only one of my dear cactuars. I'm still missing the other 6. I do appreciate you finding cacti, of course, but I'm worried about Cactilio and Cactina and Cactus Stoffer and... Wait, so when you said pets, you brought 7 cactuars to Lanasia? It is concerning then that we scoured every inch of the island and only found one. It appears we will have to take our search to the mainland. Very well. Let us take up our Uchiwa and find these cactuars, that we might ease them of their torment. You have learned the emotes Uchiwa. Yeah. I'm trying so hard not to butcher that name. Festival Fan Frenzy. Moonfire Faire's chaperone, Beau de Foin, is prepared to help you track down a half-dozen wayward cactuars. This quest is available for a limited time only. I take it you're ready to begin. In that case, let us review our objective. First, we must seek out these cactuars. As soon as one is located, placate it with a gust from your Uchiwa and bring it back here. You, my friend, are in charge of searching the southwestern cliffside. Time to swim. I see it. Ooh. See, I'm so big it looks like I'm hitting it. Not just waving to dispel evil spirits. The cactuar appears to have snapped out of it, whatever it may have been. Eager for your company, it walks right up to you, allowing you to grab it. The other one is over here. The cactuar appears to have snapped out of it, whatever it may have been. Eager for your company, it walks right up to you, allowing you to grab it. I'm probably gonna have to pour some water on me to help cool me down. Seriously though, hot flashes are no joke. And for me, a lot of times I feel so overwhelmed. It's like the heat and sweating, and it's just, ugh. It's not comfortable. Welcome back. I don't suppose you found any cactuars. Yes, I did. And that brings us to 7. Excellent. We're done. Now that that's over with, I think I'll grab myself a drink and find a nice vantage point. Preferably somewhere in the shade. Oh, take me with you. I've been dying for a drink. At last, the crisis is well and truly averted. Now I can return my focus to what matters most, ensuring a spectacular time is had by all. Seeing as Hair Maga still needs a status report, could I ask you to see to that? Okay. Welcome back. It seems you have the cactuar crisis well in hand. You've done your part to keep the peace, and for that I thank you. Now, what's this I hear about a malicious aura? If this efficacy of the Uchiwa aside, I'd rather like to get to the bottom of this, lest we suffer the same problem next year. I just wanted to report that the pet cactuars are resting safely away from the main festivities. I asked another chaperone to keep an eye on them. I cannot apologize enough for the trouble I caused. Yes, well, I'm glad to have this matter settled quietly. My lovely ladies were quite frightened. That being said, speaking as one who's seen his fair share of dancers, your pets have star potential, my dear Mimija. Truly? Perhaps I should have them formally trained. You're not seriously going to encourage this behavior, are you? Lest you forget, it was pure coincidence that we found a peaceable solution through the use of our Uchiwa. Were something like this to happen again, that luck may not hold. Surely you don't mean... I've learned my lesson, I swear it. As soon as we're home, I'll ensure they're trained to stay at my side at all times. That's all I ask. Incidentally, did you not notice anything that might have served... Or did you notice anything that might have served as catalyst to the cavorting? No, I'm afraid not. I was away at the time, you see. I thought it was quite strange myself. One moment they were downing their wine like sailors, and the next it was as though they were possessed by some manner of wicked spirit. They were drinking wine, me lord? What a fine vintage, and what a fine vintage it was. I was delighted to be in like-minded company. Oh, the great conversations we could have had if only they could speak. Mimija, I can't believe I'm asking this, but is wine safe for cactars? How should I know? I've only ever given them the finest spring water from the mountains of Korthas myself. So they were just drunk? Ha, they barely had a cupful each. And besides, it's not like I poured the stuff down their throats, did I? Yeah, you're in trouble, mister. He's like, I didn't do anything wrong. Wait, I did. Alright, look, perhaps sharing a bottle wasn't the best of ideas. But how was I to know they couldn't hold their drink? They're animals, basically. Personally, I'm just glad the mystery's been put to rest. And seeing as Mimija has learned her lesson, I dare say we won't be seeing a repeat of this incident. Well, just in case someone else gives wine to some other cactars, I'll be sure to let the chaperone team know to reach for an uchiwa rather than a weapon. That would be much appreciated. Poblano. Pobiano. Now let us return to the festival. The Adventurers Guild won't promote itself, you know. As for you, on behalf of the entire chaperone team, I thank you. Enjoy the remainder of the event. Don't be a stranger, alright? Okay. Woo! Summer's biggest fan. Alright. Okay, and that is the Moonfire Faire for 2024. Oh, I'm so glad I'm somewhat getting through this early. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. So that's going to be all for now. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay safe, stay happy, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye!